Hello. This week, I want to show you a website called the Noun Project. So you can see the website up here in my browser is the nounproject.com. And as you can tell, it is icons and photos for everything. So this is a website that's going to give you access to a ton, like thousands of free icons and pictures that you could use in your classroom. I'm thinking you might be able to use them in presentations when you're making classroom resources, if you're typing out directions or visual schedules, or you want a picture support for just about anything. So in my special education classroom, I used a ton of visuals. I wish I had known about this website then, but visuals are super supportive for all students. And I think really anyone could benefit from incorporating them in their classroom. So I just want to show you the nounproject.com. It is very simple to use, and maybe you'll think of a way that you could use this in your classroom. When you go to the Noun Project, it is a free resource. So you can create a free account, and you'll see up here in the corner is the join button. If you did not have an account and you clicked that, you can create your account. Like I said, it's free. I have an account, so I'll get logged in. I am going to be able to search for literally anything, any object, any action, pretty much anything I can think of. I'm going to be able to search it and find icons that fit that. So this is the main page. Really, all you can do is type in the search bar. Though I guess the one option you have is you can toggle between icons and photos, but you can also do that in the next step as well. So since it's March and March Madness starts tonight, we're going to search basketball. So I typed in what I'm interested in, and right away I can see that there are 3,553 icons, 139 icon collections, and 77 photos. So icons are all of these things. If I kept scrolling, I would scroll through thousands, and they would just keep loading of icons that have something to do with basketball. Icon collections are just that, a collection of icons that somebody has already put together. So you can see, like, you might find stuff about basketball in this sports group. You might find stuff about basketball in this pictograms collection. Just another way of sorting. And then photos are just that. These are free photos that you could also use that have something to do with basketball. So you have, once you search, you have those three options. So I'm going to go back to icons and kind of walk you through what you would do if you found something you like. So we'll pick this one that I am going to use for basketball. Once I click on it, it opens up into this next page. You just kind of get a chance to look at it a little bit bigger, and you can either get this icon or save to favorites. So if I click save to favorites, I will show you in a little bit where that is stored, but that's where you can save ones that you might want to use later, but not right now. Kind of like bookmarking something. So this I will show you where the favorites are later, but so far we have added it to favorites. So I'm going to say get this icon. And here I have two choices. I can do the pro download. So this would allow me to change the color, change the background, but I have to pay for this one. So if you wanted to do that, you can do that through your free account. But I like to use the basic download because I don't have to pay anything. So I click basic download and continue. And you're going to get a little bit more information about the icon that you selected. So the first thing you'll notice that once I picked basic download, I get this little stamp here that's giving credit to the illustrator. So it says who it's created by. And when I download this, that stamp is going to be a part of the picture. That is because we do have to give credit to the author or the illustrator of this icon, but you'll notice that it is included here. You'll also notice that you get attribution text that you could copy and paste somewhere else. So here's a little description of what you could do with this text. So you could put it in the bibliography of something, at the end of the presentation, on the back of the resource, in the corner of the resource, on, if you had something with a tag, you could actually put it on the tag. But what they want is for somewhere for the illustrator to be given credit. So if I don't have a problem with this image having the stamp on it like this, I can just download it. I have two file types to choose from. When it's on my computer, I just open it up and there's my image. I can now put this onto anything that I want to, just like any other image file. And it's going to have this little stamp on there. But let's say you have a project going on and you don't want that to be a part of your image. I worked on this resource for a project recently and I wanted to use all the pictures, but I don't want them to have that little stamp in them. Your other option is to use the attribution text somewhere. So you could take a screenshot, Shift Command 4 of just the image, and it will now save to your computer as this without that stamp. You can then take this and you can drag and drop or copy and paste it into your document, your presentation, wherever you're going to be using it. And it's going to show up without that stamp. That's like all of these. I just screenshotted without that attribution stamp. Before I distribute this resource, or if I was going to share this resource with a bunch of people, I would want to copy and paste this and maybe have it down in the speaker notes or actually print it on the back side of this resource. That kind of choice is up to you. And they give you a bunch of options here too, but just something to keep in mind if you end up taking the screenshot. So that really easy. And like I said, thousands of icons that you can use. So let's just go up and see what it would look like for the photo side of things. If I was hoping to maybe put together a presentation, but I wanted a more creative background to it, I could come look at all of these basketball photos and maybe really like this one. So I click on that. And I'm going to see that again, I have some options. If I want to, I can pay for this full resolution photo, but I want it to be free. So I'm going to do the basic download. And then you can see again, here's that statement. And once again, they're saying just include that in a caption on a credits page in the corner of your presentation, in those presentation notes, somewhere, just you're not taking credit for it yourself. You download it. And it is going to show up in your downloads just like the icon did. And now you can use this on a presentation. You could use this, display this for an activity in your classroom. You will notice when I downloaded it that it has the stamp here. The attribution is already there. Similar thing, if you don't want that, you could screenshot this photo up into that point, and then you could just copy and paste the attribution statement somewhere else. So don't let that part stop you from using anything on this site, that you have to include that somewhere. It's pretty easy to do that, and they give you a ton of options or suggestions on how to do that. But maybe think about how you could use these icons to give some visual supports to things in your classroom. Again, like directions or expectations are always nice when they include a visual picture. And these would be really nice just for classroom displays. So again, that's nounproject.com. I don't want to forget to show you where those favorites went. So this little face icon is my account. And once I am in here, I can go to download history. And it's loading. And it's going to show you all of the icons I've ever downloaded. So that's just something that if you wanted to go reuse one, you don't have to download it again. So that is the download history. And then if I go to saved icons, here's where my favorites show up. So I have 2 that I've saved, and I can come back to and download them another time if I want to. So those are just kind of the 2 parts of your profile that you might use. You maybe noticed on here, Let me get back here. If you ever decided you found something that you wanted the rights to and you wanted to pay that, here's where you would do your billing info in order to purchase something. So free website, it is thenounproject.com. You can search any word you want. You can search actions, you can search nouns, and it will come up with something. For example, let's say I have some expectations about planning. If I type that in, it's going to give me all these icons that this program thinks might have something to do with planning. There are 14,000 of them. And then again, you can go through and pick what fits your needs. Here's an example of something I've made recently with icons. So really kind of an open-ended resource that maybe you will find a use for. It's super easy to use, but if you do try using the nounproject.com and you're running into problems with downloading or getting that icon without the attribution stamp, reach out and let me know. Or if you're wondering, you found some stuff on nounproject.com that you'd like to use, but you're wondering how to turn it into an actual resource, reach out and I can help you with that as well. Thank you for watching today.